Yes. Let's see if we can make this a little baby. Higher. Hi. Hi, Bree. How you doing, girl? Hi, Diamond. Give me a second because I gotta get something. You don't know where I'm from. Don't get me into my zone. What's up, y'all? What's up? Happy full moon. Happy full moon. Hi, Sonia. We're going to get into it because I don't have a lot of time. So, I don't have a lot of time on this full moon. We're going to get into it. So, we're gathered here today under this beautiful full moon to do a year of the end of year cleanse. Okay, so we went through this entire year. We went through a whole bunch of different things at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year, depending on when you feel most comfortable doing it. It's important that everyone does a cleanse. Okay, this is a spiritual cleanse that's going to clear off your aura. It's going to clear off your energy and essentially gives you like this feeling of like restart, a new start, a new balanced energy, and clears out your home. So I'm going to be recording this on live today, and I hope y'all can watch the replay so y'all know what y'all need for this cleanse and how to do it. This is going to be a 3-in-1. This is going to be for a spiritual bath, a floor wash, and a spiritual mist. Okay? So first we're going to talk about all the stuff that you're going to need. You're going to need a bowl where you can mix your items, something like this. You could get a Pyrex bowl or a regular metal bowl. You're going to need that. You're going to need some smoke medicine, some sage, Palo Santo, something that you could use to clear some energy. I'm literally going to walk y'all through from beginning to end, okay? You're going to need a candle, a spiritual candle. I recommend if you're doing this for an end of year cleanse to do 2 candles, right? You're going to need that. I like 7-day candles, but you can also use the taper candles too, if that feels more comfortable for you. Also, during this time, if y'all have questions, let me know, because I don't know when I'm going to be doing this again. So if you have questions or need clarity on anything, let me know, okay? You're going to need some ground cinnamon. Wonderful. You're also going to need a mortar and pestle. You're going to need this for your candle. Okay, so make sure to get one of these. Or if you don't have access to one of these, have a way that you could break down some herbs efficiently. Okay. You're going to need some Florida water. Hi, Nichelle. You're going to need some Florida water or some spiritual water that you use. Use green and white candles. Yes, you're using green and white candles. If you're doing this for a spiritual bath, you're doing green and white candles. If you're doing this for the end of the year, you're doing white candle. If you're doing this for the beginning of the year and end of the year cleanse, you're doing green and white. I automatically do green and white because I'm closing out with this, right? And I'm calling in with this. So when I'm doing end of the year stuff, especially for my end of the year cleanse, Haitian abundance cleanse for the end of the year and for the beginning of the new year, I use these 2 candles. If you don't have access to Florida water, you will need 100 proof vodka. You could use that in lieu of this. And then you could just DM me so I can give you a mix on how to make your own Florida water. I'm going to be using my spiritual bath today. I'm using half of this. So tap in. I'm going to tell you about the importance of it. I have my smoke medicine here and oranges. Please, can I have someone in the comments taking notes? Because I'm going to go through some rules. So like when I say rule number 1, can I save this live? if I have space on my phone, then I'm gonna save this live. Okay. I'm gonna say rule number 1, and if y'all don't mind, cause someone just like type in the chat rule 1 so everyone knows, I'm gonna say rule number 2, you know, so on and so forth, because there's rules to doing this spiritual cleansing, and there's rules to thank you. Hi Kenya. There's rules. There's just some rules. We're working with plants. Plants have their own energy. So there's a certain rules that you have to make sure that you're following when you are invoking the energy of the plants to do the cleansing. If you're not familiar with a spiritual bath is a specific set of herbs and other tools that are blended together to create a cleanse for the person that is doing it. And so in order for a spiritual bath to work, the herbs must be awakened, right? But you just can't awaken herbs because you just kind of put them all together. You have to awaken herbs with intention. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to work with herbs safely, which herbs I'm using in this bath, and how to do an end of year or beginning of the year cleanse. And I will save this live again if I have enough space. This is also a bath you can do on the full moon. Is the potency diminished the further away? I like to say for the full moon, you want to do work 3 days before the moon or 3 days after the moon. That's it. Yes. 3 days before the moon or 3 days after. So like tonight is the full moon, right? So like you're watching this tonight, and let's say you don't have an orange or you don't have smoke medicine. You can go out tomorrow and get what you need and do it tomorrow, and it will be just as potent because it's within that 72-hour window. Try and keep it in that 72-hour window. If you have these things in your home, if you have, you know, something that you could do this bath, I'm going to be doing the bath live. So you could do it with me and ask any questions you have, or you can just refer back to the live when you want to do this bath, okay? So that's what we're going to do. You also need, which I don't have here, you also need 4 pennies. And I'm going to talk to you about why you need 4 pennies. But you need that. Also, you need a lighter. Again, I'm using my spiritual bath. I'm using the mortar and pestle, and I'm using smoke medicine that I have in a calabash. So if y'all ready to do this tonight with me, drop something in the comments and we're gonna get started. But I'm waiting for y'all to let me know y'all ready. Hi Billin. Drop a heart, drop a I'm ready, drop all the things, and we're gonna get started. Okay, I see we have some likes. Are we ready to do this? Okay, I see we have some likes. Rule number 1, you never want to do any spiritual work if you are not feeling well. If you are under the weather, if you are sick, if you are experiencing cloudiness and sometimes a headache, you never want to do any spiritual work. Do not prepare any bath if you are not feeling like you are in the best vibration. Before you even step into a bath, you want to make sure that you are able to talk to the herbs, charge the herbs up, tell the candles what you needed to do. You want to make sure that you are like of sound mind, you are feeling strong, you are feeling confident, you are feeling ready. Do not do a bath when you're feeling beat down. Don't do a bath when you're feeling out of touch with yourself. That's not the best time to do a bath. Do a bath when you're feeling agile, when you're feeling confident, when you're feeling good, because we are going to need your ashe, which is your energy in the bath. Also, this is a bath that you can do for family members too at the end of the year. Do not do the bath with low down, bust down energy because you're tired or you're overwhelmed. Make sure you pour into your cup first and then prepare this bath. So that's the rule number 1. If you are not feeling well, that is not the best time for you to prepare any spiritual work or do any spiritual work. Okay? Make sure you're feeling confident. Thank you, Kenya. Make sure you're feeling strong. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling empowered. You're feeling uplifted. And what can help you is listening to music that aligns with your intention. So this is a cleansing bath. So listen to music about cleansing. This bath also doubles as a prosperity bath, right? So like listen to music about getting more. Listen to music that charges you up around like getting money, around connecting with others, right? Listen to music that aligns with the intention that you have set forth. Do not, again, I can't stress this enough. Do not ever prepare a bath for yourself or someone else at the end of the year if you're not feeling well. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, for the sake of demonstration, I have all my items here, but you never prepare a bath on a surface that you did not clean. Okay? Never prepare a bath on a surface that you did not clean. Yes, I have a playlist for abundance and prosperity. I wish I had my assistant here so she could do the stuff, but yes, I have a playlist for abundance and prosperity. Click the link in my bio and that's going to give you information for all of my playlists. That's something, turn that thing on 100, turn that thing on blast, and prepare your bath. You want to make sure you're in high spirits when you're doing this, okay? Because you're asking your ancestors to come in, you're asking your spiritual guides to come in. You want to make sure you are of sound mind and body. Rule number 2, you do not prepare a bath on a place that you did not cleanse. This is a holy and sacred thing that we're doing here today. And so you want to make sure you cleanse the space. So we're going to do this together, okay? I'm going to take everything off this table and I'm going to use some wipes to cleanse the table. I already did, but we're going to do it again for the sake of this so you see how it's done. The reason why I'm not playing music is because Instagram, be doing some hating shit, and sometimes they will, stop your live if you're playing music due to copyright. So I'm not playing music. But every time I'm doing my baths, honey, I'm playing music. If it's a prosperity bath or abundant bath, I'm playing music. If it is a love bath, I'm playing love music. You want to make sure that everything in your home supports what you're doing, right? So it supports your bath. So that is that. I'm going to be using these wipes. I got them from Target. These disinfectant wipes to disinfect this table. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 quick, okay? As I'm disinfecting this table, I'm preparing this table to hold space for what I'm about to do. So I'm saying something like, we give thanks. We give thanks to the angels. We give thanks to the ancestors for what we're about to do here today. I'm cleansing this table. Thank you for the resources to be able to afford this table. As I place everything on here today, I'm asking that this original intention is amplified. Like I'm already getting in the spirit for this bath that I'm going to do. I'm not creating it and I'm whispering. No, I don't have time for that. I'm getting in the spirit. This bath is going to be a beautiful cleansing bath. It's going to cleanse my home. It's going to cleanse my family. I call my personal ashe into this room that I'm in. I call my mother's ancestors in here. I call my father's ancestors in here. I'm calling on all the light energies because, again, we're doing a bath and we're asking for cleansing. We don't have time for the other energies, right? So I'm calling on all the light energies to be here and to be present with me. There you go. It's not even deep. Real simple. I'm going to go step away to get a paper towel, and then I'm just going to wipe this surface down. If I wasn't doing this on this table, let's say I was doing it on another table, I will put down a white cloth, but I don't have a white cloth that's as big as this table. But I will put down some sort of sacred cloth that I'm using when it's time to prepare my baths. You want to put down something holy, something white, something that invokes peace, something that connects with the spiritual realm, okay? But I'm going to take a brief step away just to get some paper towels. Give me 1 second. And I don't think y'all can hear me, but if y'all can hear me from my kitchen, drop any questions in the chat. Okay. Are y'all still with me? I'm coming right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So, I'm getting ready. My space is ready. You ready to go? Right? Okay. So, this is what I'm using to prepare my bath. I'm going to transfer it to my bathtub. And this is also going to double as a floor wash. So I'm also going to transfer this to my mop bucket. But I'm using just a large mixing bowl, a Pyrex bowl. You can get this from Target, okay? And before I even get started, after I've said my prayer, I'm playing my music, I am going to light some smoke medicine. What this smoke medicine is going to do is cleanse all the tools that I'm using. Right? Because, like, you go to Target and folks like to touch stuff. So, you get your bowl and you just cleanse your bowl for the intention of the day, for the intention of the bath, right? And then you're also removing anyone else's energy that is on this bowl, okay? So, you're going to use this and you're going to recite any prayers that resonate with you. Something like, I cleanse all the tools. If there's anyone's energy that's attached to these tools. Again, if you go into a botanica or a crystal shop for your candles, you want to cleanse your candles too. Hi, Jess. Girl, I'm going to call you back after this, girl. Yeah, so you're going to cleanse your bowl. You're also going to cleanse your candles. And this is rule of thumb. If you're buying the candles, even if you're buying it from a botanica or a supermarket, you always want to make sure you're cleansing these candles, right? You want to cleanse it from the bottom, and then you're going to cleanse it all the way to the top. I like to use Palo Santo because I could maneuver this a little bit easier than I can sage. And I'm allowing the smoke to cleanse my candles. All right, Lina, IT. Nula. We're doing the Haitian bath on live, bro. Okay. Again, we're going to cleanse the second candle. Okay. Boom. We're ready. If I wasn't doing this on live, I would be shouting my prayers. I would be shouting what's going on. I'd be shouting that these candles are going to be blessed. I'd be doing my own process. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to show y'all how to do it. Okay? So you cleanse all of your things. So can we put that up there too, Kenya, or someone else that's in here? You want to make sure that you cleanse every single tool that you are using. The Florida water. Cleanse it. Right? This is unopened Florida water, but still, I'm sure someone touched this bottle in the store. You cleanse it. Right? Now imagine everything goes back to being pure. Everything goes back to being in its original form. Cleanse everything. Yes, Jess, cleanse it all. Purr. Cleanse it all, okay? Even your mortar and pestle. Cleanse that too. Okay? So we're going to be doing a couple things, right? You want to cleanse that. Perfect. Good. So now you want to prepare for the bath. Typically when I'm doing my baths throughout the year, I don't boil the herbs. Not all the time. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. But when I'm doing my end of the year bath, I boil my herbs. So I take half of my spiritual bath pack, just half of it, because this is good for 2 baths. I take half of the Haitian abundance herbs and I boil it in about 6 cups of water. Okay? But before I do that, I take 2 herbs out the top. Okay, you have a client, girl. I love you. I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to take 2 of the herbs out the top, right? These herbs are big enough that you can mix them. They're big enough that you would need to crush them. So this is going to be for the bath, but this is going to be for the candle. Okay? So I'm going to take a couple herbs out from the bath and place it here. I'm going to take one more out so y'all can see it. So this is what it looks like. Right? And I'm going to take half this pack and boil it in about 6 cups of water. Okay? That's all you need. Thankfully, I already did that, so we don't have to wait for it to boil. But in the meantime, before I transferred what I boiled here for the bath, I'm going to crush these herbs. I'm going to crush them so that they are so fine that it makes a powder. Okay? And as I am crushing them, I am in my head, I am intoning it, or I am saying it out loud what my intention is. So let's say my intention is to cleanse my home, rid my home of all sickness and illness and lack, and step into prosperity and step into love. And I'm cleansing my energy, that if there's any friendships that are still attached to my aura, I'm asking that they be removed. That if there's any blocks to my abundance and to my prosperity, I'm asking that they be removed. I'm asking these herbs, you want to ask the herbs to awaken. Okay? In my tradition, we call herbs plant cesters. That these are the tools that God has given us to connect with the higher realms, right? And so I'm asking my spiritual ancestors, but I'm also asking the plant cesters to awaken. And I'm doing this intentionally. So if you're doing this process, you want to make sure you have some time on your hands, and you want to make sure you're not distracted, okay? So again, this could also be done for the full moon tonight. I'm breaking up the herbs. I just pulled like 2 to 3 herbs out of the spiritual bath, and I'm making it into a powder. And I'm about to show y'all, I'm going to take the big herbs out, but I'm about to show y'all how it turns into a powder very quickly. But you have to stay consistent, okay? Again, I'm saying my prayer over what it is that I desire. Yes. Repeating your intentions. I'm going to take the big herbs out because I'm not going to spend most of my time breaking these herbs, since a lot of it has already broken down already. I'm just going to place it in my calabash right here. But if y'all can see, let me bring this a little bit closer to the screen. The herbs have broken down a bit. All you need is a little bit. This is enough to do what we're going to do. Okay? So these are the herbs from the bath. What you're going to do is get some sort of spiritual oil that you work with. If you don't have a spiritual oil, you could use a carrier oil like grapeseed, sunflower, right? If you're using a carrier oil and you don't have a spiritual oil, you're gonna wanna like light the carrier oil separately so that the oil becomes hot. Then you're gonna take a little bit of the broken down or powdered herb and mix it in the oil. That's how you're gonna create your own abundance oil. Again, you can use a carrier oil, something that can blend into the skin without causing much irritation. This can be a sunflower oil, an almond oil, something that's light. You're gonna blend it with the herbs. We need Ingrace Yoga spiritual oils. Yes, girl. I got so much to do, but we're gonna do it. Yes, you're gonna do that. You're gonna blend it with the herbs. And now if you are from a specific spiritual or religious practice, you want to add on anything from your practice. But this is very, very basic spirituality 101. You're gonna crush the herbs from the spiritual bath, from the abundance bath, and make it an oil so you can make your own oils. At a certain point in your spiritual journey, I was taught that like you have to learn to make your own stuff, everything from oils to bath to candles. As you become like advanced in your spiritual journey, at a certain point, only you can balance your own energy. Only you, it's gonna take your hands to bring your energy back to balance, back to rooting, right? So when you're just starting, it's fine to purchase oils from other people, but let's say you've been doing this for a while, you're gonna want to learn how to do this for yourself, especially if you're teaching other people. You have to learn how to do this for yourself, okay? So you create this oil. It's gonna be so good, right? I'm gonna take a little bit of this powdered herb, place it in my hand. Here's my candle right here. I'm going to take this powdered herb and sprinkle it on the top of my candle. I'm repeating the same affirmations I was saying when I was crushing the herb, right? So like, my home is blessed. I'm blessed. I'm of sound mind. Abundance is chasing me. And be clear in your prayer, because abundance just means a lot of something. Prosperity. If you're calling in money, you want to make sure you use the word prosperity, because all abundance just means is a large quantity of something, right? So if you're calling in prosperity and that's what you want to raise on your job, or you want more income to come in, all of that stuff, great. You want to make sure you're using the word prosperity. So make sure we get that down, right? That like, when you are calling in money, you are using prosperity, okay? Again, you're using the same herbs from the bath. You are not mixing anything else up on your own. I'm going to dress 2 candles tonight. So now I'm pouring this same herbal mixture on the second candle, okay? Look at how I did it. I made sure it covered the circumference of the top of the candle. And if you find that you need a little bit more of the powdered herb, you can crush some more herbs from the spiritual bath. Okay? So now when you do your end of the year cleanse, you have the water element that you're working with. And now you also have the fire element that you're working with. The fire element is what's going to make things happen for you quickly. The fire element is connected to the solar plexus chakra. It's connected to your will, your confidence, your ego, your self-esteem, your self-concept, right? So as you put your intentions on this green candle, what you're really saying is, I am ready to do the work very quickly and align with my ancestors to make my desires come to pass. That's what you're saying. That's what you're doing. You're literally saying, I am awakening my solar plexus chakra, because that's the only element that's connected to the fire. That's the only chakra that's connected to the fire. If I've been sitting on my ass, I'm going to get up. I am awakening and activating my solar plexus chakra, and I am calling on my angels and spirits and guides to make my desire come to pass, and to come to pass quickly. If you wanted your desire to come to pass and you had some time, I would say use the water element. But when you need something quick, babes, you make sure that you light a candle for it, okay? Light a candle for it. So that's your candle. I'm also going to step away in a bit to show y'all what it actually looks like when the candle is finished. This is called a fixed candle. When a candle is fixed, it's fixed with herbs, and it's also fixed with spiritual oils and prayers. Again, for the sake of this live, I don't have time to do all the prayers. But yes, this is what's called a fixed candle. You are using... Does it have to be a green candle? You could also use a white candle, but it depends on your intention. So for this one, I'm doing an end of year cleanse. So I'm doing a green and white candle. No, not now. Instagram's talking about, is it time for a break? Did I tell y'all it was time for a break? Is it time for a break? Okay. And we're going to do this white one. Okay, great. So here's our candle, right? We got it going on. Here's the three candles. So now with this water, I have a little bit of water here just to show y'all what it looks like. The water is connected to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the chakra of emotions, fluidity, connection, flow, creativity. So when you're asking for a cleanse, you're asking the water, right? The water of life, the water of your womb, the water of spirit, the abundance of spirit, the cleansing of spirit to wash over you and cleanse and remove what doesn't need to be there. When you do a spiritual bath, you are automatically, energetically removing the debris from your aura and energy. Oftentimes when the debris is connected to our aura and energy, it impacts our mental body, our emotional body, and our spiritual body. And so when we get into a bath, we are reconnecting with our sacral chakra. This is also why when you get into a bath, sometimes you could just feel brand new, brand spanking new. When you get into a bath, you can also feel like you have the answers that you've been looking for or perhaps been praying for, because again, it's connecting you back to the water. Water is naturally an intuitive energy. So if you are a water sign, this is home for you, right? Like getting into a bath should be very, very, very easy for you. This is home for you. Water is the element that controls the intuition. It is the element of the mystics, right? And so when you get in the bath, it is very common to already know what the next step is and already know what to do. Because as you are cleansing and removing the things off of your energy, the water is also talking to you. Hi. Hi, Lou. Okay? So you have this bowl. I recommend putting just a little bit of water in before you transfer your contents from the boiled bath, okay? Again, this is going to double as a mist. It can double as a floor wash, or it can double as a spiritual bath. Whatever you want to do, however you're feeling it, right? But before I pour my bath in, I'm talking to the water. And so I'm going to ask the water to cleanse me, to cleanse my mind, to cleanse my body, to cleanse my spirit, to cleanse my aura, to remove from me what doesn't need to be here, to bring into my awareness. Because this works with the intuition, it's also connected with your dream space and your third eye chakra. So to bring into my awareness tonight after I do this bath what I need to see. So you speak to your water and tell your water what you needed to do. The same way you told this candle, I needed to bring me abundance. And we're going to talk about how to charge the candle up by placing your intention under it. But you want to talk to the water, right? Like the water is its own energy. So you want to talk to it. That's why I say this is a very intentional process. You talk to the water and tell the water what you needed to do. You talk to the water and you tell the water what needs to be cleansed. You ask the water for support and guidance in the dream space and in your dream world. You ask your ancestors to be in the bath with you. You ask that as you are rubbing yourself down and cleansing your body, that your ancestors are also cleansing you. You can speak to the water verbally, or you can intone and speak in your mind, right? It doesn't matter. But water is an element. So before you just hop in a bath, you want to make sure that you are respecting the water element. Thank you, Loon. Thank you. You want to make sure that you are respecting the water element. You want to make sure you're respecting the fire element. Because if you're not respecting the fire element, this candle's not going to do a damn thing for you. Okay? Okay. So again, I boiled half of my spiritual bath. Half of it, okay? Not a lot. Don't get too hand heavy that you boil the whole thing. This is good for 2 baths. You don't need a lot of herbs, all right? The herbs are already awakened. They're Reiki charged. I've already done rituals on the herbs, so you don't have to do a lot, all right? Okay. So now, I'm going to transfer what I boiled. I hope this does not make a mess on live because y'all know. Okay. I just don't like it. Okay, here's my bath. This is what it looks like. Can y'all see? Is it hot? Okay. All right. Here are my herbs from the bath. These are the same herbs that was in my spiritual bath, and I only boil half. And that's why I say you don't need a lot of herbs, because once the herbs get into water, they're going to expand, babes. So you don't need a lot of herbs at all, okay? So you can see it, perfect. Here's my bath. This is it. This is what it looks like. This is my spiritual bath. It should look a little something like this, especially if you're going to use it as a floor wash. It should look something like this, right? I poured my herbs in, and as I poured them in my head, I'm repeating my intention. And that's why I say you can't do a bath without knowing what you're getting in the bath for. You can't do a bath without, being connected to your intention. So I'm going to take my smoke medicine again and cleanse my bath. This is where I normally start shouting, but we're not going to do that tonight. Right? Like, I'm cleansing it, and I'm saying, again, I'm repeating my intention. This bath is going to connect me to this. This bath is going to open up the doors. Any doors that have been closed, any people that's supposed to contact me and they haven't been contacting me, or, God laid it on their heart and they didn't contact me, it's going to happen. I'm restoring my aura and my energy back to balance. I'm restoring my mind to balance, right? I'm speaking what it is that I desire over this. If you are a Reiki healer, Reiki 1. You don't even have to be a Reiki healer, because your hands have power, and your voice, right? They call this sound power, has power. You're going to place your hands over this bath, and you're going to tell the bath what to do. Okay. You're going to literally tell this bath what you're going to do. So you're going to say, thank you to the water element. Thank you to the herbs. Thank you to the ancestors, right? But now I'm going to say this bath is going to bring in an enormous amount of income. This bath is going to connect me with my spirit self through my dreams. This bath is going to cleanse my home of any still, because sometimes it's not negative energy in your home, but it's still energy, just stagnant, just sitting still. Like still water is not moving. It's just still, right? This energy is going to remove any still and stagnant energy out of my home, which can increase the flow for abundance and prosperity in a new year. If you're doing this at the end of 2022, which I recommend everybody do, then this bath is going to clear any energy that's left over from 2022. Honey, you're starting 2023 with a blank slate. The only way 2023 ends up being a bad year for you is if you go in with the expectation that it's a bad year. That's why I say you do this on New Year's Eve. You do this right before the new year, rolls in, because you're literally saying, thank you, Spirit, for this wonderful year, but I'm asking you to take all that energy out of my home. I'm asking you to take all this energy out of my aura. I'm asking you to take all this energy out of my spirit, because I am ready for new. You have to pray yourself into the new energy that you are getting into. I'm going to say that again. In this world where there's so much distractions, you have to pray and affirm yourself into the energy that you are moving into. It's not just going to happen if you just chilling like, oh, okay, I'm expecting abundance. No, you have to affirm it with your throat chakra, and you're going to have to affirm it with your sound power on what's going to happen. We already know everything happens in the spiritual world before it happens in the physical world, right? Here we go. This is why I be preaching. I should have been a pastor. Like, you have to make sure that you are affirming what it is that you desire, and that's going to change your reality. But you're not going to change your reality hoping and just like, oh, sitting back. No. And I get it right now. Many of us are on this soft life tip, and I get it. But sometimes we're going to have to get up and work. Sometimes we're going to have to use our energy to tell it where to go. Sometimes we're going to have to clear ourselves to do something like this. Sometimes, okay, we're going to have to move our energy forward. So don't get caught up in this soft life thing too, because I think everything in moderation. But don't get too caught up with it that you are just so lackadaisical with your life. Your life is waiting on you. You want something to happen? You have to be the one to make it happen. So that's what we do with these baths. That's what we do with these spiritual tools. That we use our personal ashe, which is our energy, and we say, I can control my environment. I can manipulate my world with thought only. So I'm going to focus on what it is that I desire, right? And I'm not just going to wait for something to fall out the sky, magical thinking. No. Okay? So you have your bath here. Now, this is where you make sure you don't have rings on, because it can get a little messy here. I'm going to take all my bracelets off. I'm going to put my hands, because your hands have power too, especially if you attune to Reiki. Your hands have power. I'm going to put my hands in this bath, and I'm going to touch the herbs, and I'm going to ask the herbs to wake up. So I'm going to break the herbs into small little pieces. Again, these are the herbs from the bath. I'm going to break them up. So now I'm going to say, all these herbs that's in here, wake up, wake up. The power of these herbs, I need y'all to wake up like tonight. I need y'all to wake up, because I have an intention, and I need the help of my plant ancestors and ancestors to make this happen. You want to make sure you are touching the bath, right? Because you're asking for it to change your life. So you want to make sure you're connected to this thing, okay? You're touching this thing, and you are breaking these herbs up. You don't need a lot, okay? Now, if you are using this as a money mist, you are going to strain these herbs, and it's going to create a tea. You're going to transfer this tea, this water, into a bottle. And you walk around your home, honey, on the first of the damn year, and you proclaim what's going to happen in your house. Love is going to be in my house. Prosperity is in my house. Rest is in my house. Joy is in my house, right? Same herbs from the bath. Okay? You are making it into a money mist. And you're walking around your house. All right? Great. If you're using this as a floor wash, you can strain the herbs out too. I like to keep my herbs in, but sometimes folks can't do that because of where they're living. You're going to strain your herbs, and you're going to place a little bit. You don't even need a lot. Maybe 1 cup. Maybe 2 if you're feeling good. 2 cups of this from this bath, and blend it with your mop water. And you're going to mop your home from back to front, okay, for the new year. So you're going to start all the way in the back, and you're going to move towards the front. Then you're going to take the mop water, and you're going to throw it outside of your home. Don't pour it down the drain. Don't pour it down the sink, right? Like, if you're doing this at the end of the year, you want to make sure that that energy is outside of your home. So you don't want to discard it in your home. You want to pour it down, step outside your house, step outside your apartment, wherever you're living, and pour it in the street, pour it in the ground. Because if you pour it in the ground, you're asking spirit to transmute it and now bring it back to you in an abundant way. Just let that shit go, okay? Let it go outside of your house. So now you're breaking these herbs up, and you're talking to it. This is what your water should look like. All right? This is what it should look like. But we're not done. We're not done yet. So now you're ready for your bath. You've charged your bath up with your own personal energy. You've told this bath what you needed it to do. You've asked your ancestors to use the bath, right? To use the bath to tell you what you need to know. You're asking your ancestors to help you remove what it is that you don't need. Great, y'all. That's what it looks like. You're going to pour this into your bath water. Now, if you're doing this and you're calling in some abundance, you're going to take this candle, this same candle that you dressed with the same herbs from the bath, right? Again, you're not using different herbs. Same herbs from the bath. You're going to place it in the center of your bath like so. So you've charged up your bath with your thoughts, your intention, with your words. I forgot to mention, before you do this bath or before you prepare any of this, the same way you clean your table, you make sure you wash your hands. But I did that before the live, right? Again, Everything is intentional. So now you have this water energy, this cleansing energy. You are telling it what to do. You told the candle what it's going to do. You told the water what it's going to do. Now you're going to actually bring the element to the item. So you're going to you're going to light this candle. All right. Your candle is lit. What this does, imagine like when you light the candle and you place it in the bath, what this does is like an on switch. It turns it on. Y'all got that? It turns it on. So whatever your intention was that's on this candle, it turned it on. Whatever your intention was for the bath, it turned it on. It's ready to go. It's ready to go, right? So you leave this here maybe for about 10 minutes. I do want to caution you though. Florida water is flammable. It's flammable. So this is not the time where you put Florida water in the bath if you're going to put a candle in it. Especially if you're using a small candle, a 2-day candle, or a tapered candle. When the flame gets in contact with the water, you have a big explosion, honey. You want to make sure you practice this safely, okay? So this is not the time. So now you're going to let this charge a bit. And while this charging for the next 10 minutes, you're speaking your intentions again. This is happening. This is what I'm calling in. This is my desire. This is ready to go. And by the time you get to this part of the process, you're already so charged up and energized that like you're ready in a new energy space. That's what makes this work. Like your mind has to shift first, and this comes to support you. So by the time you've done spoken what you wanted over and over and over and over and over again, you are more closely identifying with what it is that you desire. Okay, so here you go. Here's the bath. It's charged up. It should look green like this. You're gonna put your green candle. If you're cleansing your home, you're gonna put a white candle here. Okay, if you're not calling in money or you're just doing an end of year cleanse, you're going to put the white candle here, right? So now imagine this has been here for 10 minutes. I've done my spiritual work, because there's work that I do on the side to charge this up. I'm talking to my candle. You want to make sure that you are telling this candle what you need. So you're looking at the flame. All right, spirit. All right, ancestors. I'm calling you to go out and get everything that's for me. I'm asking you to open new doors. I'm asking you to remove any mental, because sometimes some of the things that stop us from getting the things that we want is not even outside of us. It's here. It's living here. It's in our own internal stuff, right? And so if there's any mental blockages that are living within my aura and my energy, I'm asking you to bring them to my awareness so we can let them go, right? So you're telling this candle what you need. While this candle is burning for the next 7 days after you do your bath, you want to make sure you keep talking to the candle. You never, ever, ever do work where you just light the candle and you leave it and you expect it to come and do some big thing for you. You want to make sure you have some like an altar, an ancestral altar, where you're talking with the candle, telling the candle, okay, this happened to me today. Can you please give me some insight? Or ancestors, this happened for me. You want to make sure you're constantly in communication with your work, okay? So now my ashe and my energy is all up and through this bath. It is also all up and through this candle. Let's say 10-15 minutes has gone by. Great. I'm going to take this candle, wipe it down. Remember that same intention that I charged it with when I was charging it and I was speaking it and I was saying all the things? I would have hoped that before you did this, you wrote it down. Okay? You're going to write it down. I'm going to step away to show y'all what it looks like when you do a petition. This candle is going to go on your altar. What you would need for this is banknotes or ancestor money. All right, I'm gonna do a quick 2-second step away to show y'all what that looks like. If you are petitioning for the new year, let's say 2022 is just not your year and you're petitioning for a better year, again, you're gonna bring some banknotes in or ancestor money. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Hold up. going to use this one because I forgot to bring my gold one down. But this is how we're going to do it. So you're going to have your intentions written on a sheet of paper. I'm just using this card here in lieu of my intentions. You're going to place your intentions in an envelope, or you could just place it under your candle, but I'm extra, so I like to do nice things for myself. I'm going to place it in an envelope. You can go to the dollar store and get a pack of envelopes. My intention is here. This is my ask. This is what I'm asking Spirit for support with. I don't really like this one. You can use ancestor money or banknotes. This is spiritual money, fake money, okay? Or you could use real money. But I use banknotes and I put it in an envelope right here with my intention. So I'm going to do the bath, cleanse my home, use the same bath water as a floor wash. Here's my intention. It's beautiful. It's written down. Everything that I want, okay, is here. I'm going to write the date on my envelope right here. My candle is going. When I place my candle on the altar, I'm going to place this intention, which is called a petition list, underneath my candle like so. And I'm going to leave that baby there for 7 days. Remember, the candle is going to charge up whatever it is that you're asking for it to charge up. It's going to activate. It's going to awaken. It already will awaken your spiritual bath. Now it's going to awaken your intentions to come to you very quickly, to come in a beautiful and desirable way. Okay? So this is going to go on your altar. If you're doing a New Year one, you could do both candles, or you can do this white candle if you was to light this up. Cleansing your home. Place this on your altar. Okay? Then you're going to get into the bath. When you get into the bath, you're going to add some Florida water. Do not add the Florida water in here if you're going to use the candle, because it could just lead to a disaster. When you get into the bath, you're going to pour the contents of this water, this intention filled and charged water, into the bath. Then you're going to add Florida water. If you are calling in anything specific and you're working with other tools like crystals, like let's say you're working with green aventurine, you could also bring that green aventurine into the bath with you and place it into the water. Do you let it? Yes, I leave my candles for 7 days, but I've been working with candles for years. Literally, I'll leave my home and leave the candle lit. I've been working with candles for years, but when I started my journey, I didn't feel comfortable leaving the candle lit for 7 days, and so I will put it out. So if you put your candle out, your candle is gonna last more than 7 days. Okay? But again, if it's lasting more than 7 days, let's say it's lasting 10 days, you want to make sure you're consistently talking to the candle and talking to your ancestors and asking them for what you need and asking them for the support. And be sure to ask for it to come in the highest vibration. You don't need broke down, bust down energy coming to you with your intention. You need it to come in the highest vibration. Okay? So if you were to put it out, also good question, because I forgot this. You want to make sure you never use your own energy, your own breath to put the candle out. You used your breath to talk about this bath, to put your intentions into the bath. You used your breath, your ashe, and your power to activate this candle. You never want to use your own power to put the candle out. You want to fan the candle flame out, or you want to have a candle snuffer where you put the flame out. Never, ever, ever use your own breath to blow out the candle, okay? Essentially, you undo all the work you just did. So you want to make sure you fan it out with a paper or something like that, and then you put it out. And it's fine. People will say, oh, you shouldn't put the candle out. Please. If you need to put the candle out, put the candle out and come back to it. And when you're home, light it again, okay? All right. But personally, I leave my candles on. But again, it took me like 3 years doing this to feel safe enough to light my candles. So I'm never going to tell you how to do it if you don't feel safe. Trust where you are and trust your heart chakra. So now here's your bath. It's prepared. You're adding Florida water when you transfer it into the bathtub. You're also adding any oils that you use. If you use the oil to bless your candle, just add a little bit of it. You don't need a lot. Add a little bit of it here into your bath. And when you get in your bath, as you are scrubbing your body, right, you are literally reciting your intention. You are reciting it over and over and over and over. And I don't know about y'all, but when I'm in the bath and I'm saying the same thing over and over, I get emotional. So now I'm crying like, oh, I'm calling this abundance because I deserve it. Like I'm connecting to my heart chakra. So you get in the bath and you start reciting what it is that you're letting go of. And you make sure you start praying from the heart. Don't pray from here. Pray from the heart. And that's why I say you want to make sure you in a sound mind and body to do this, okay? You pray from the heart, and you ask spirit for the support that you need. Ask for it to come from places that you don't even know. Ask for them to open the doors and open the roads, okay? All the roads. Spirit knows about all the roads. You don't know about all the roads. So you ask spirit to open up all the roads. And then you get out of the bath. Yes, girl, pray from your heart space. You get out of the bath. You make sure at least for one night. Some people don't have enough whites to sleep for 3 days. So I say at least for one night after you do this bath, you make sure you go to sleep in all whites. You don't have to. But it's something that I found that when I do this bath and I pray from the heart and I ask my ancestors to come in and remove what doesn't belong and to step into my highest vibration, and I sleep in whites, I almost always get dreams of what to do and how to do it. So you make sure you sleeping in some whites, whether it's a big white t-shirt or something like that. Sleep in some whites. If you have a crystal that you can place under your pillow, like an amethyst, a selenite, a clear quartz, you want to get like one of those higher chakra stones, those crown chakra. Place it under your pillow so it can support your dreams. Okay? When this candle is on your altar, if you're calling in prosperity, especially for the new year, or if there was wealth blockages that you were experiencing and you're like, I'm calling it, I'm done with this energy. I don't have this here, but you're going to place a penny in the north, right in front of the candle, right? The south, the east, and the west. So you're going to have your petition list, but you're going to place a penny in all directions. So you're calling in money everywhere you go, okay? You're calling in money from the north. You're calling in money from the south. You're calling in money from the east. You're calling in money from the west. You're calling in prosperity from the north. You're calling in prosperity from the south. You're calling prosperity from the east. You're calling prosperity to the west, from the west, right? And you could even lift the candle up from the north, south, right? Like east, west. I'm calling in all the abundance from every place. Yes, the amethyst and clear quartz combo is no joke because it's going to show you some real things. It's going to show you what needs to be changed. It's going to show you who's blocking your abundance, who's blocking your money, all of the things that you're asking for them to remove. Sometimes it can show you who's the one that's contributing to that energy in your space. And then, make sure you write your dream down as soon as you wake up. Write your dream down because that's going to give you insight on what to do and how to move forward. This is my way that I end the year. I used to end the year in a club. I'm not ending the year in a club anymore if I do not do my bath. Okay? This is priority for me. I cannot go into a new year without having done my bath to clear my energy. Okay? So this is my spiritual bath that I'm doing for the full moon. Here is a candle that I am lighting for the full moon. You can do this tonight. You can do this tomorrow. You can do this tomorrow if you would like. But again, I feel called to tell y'all at a certain point, y'all gonna have to know how to make your own stuff. Right? Maybe it's not for everyone. Maybe it's for some people. But you're gonna have to know how to activate and awaken the herbs for yourself. Okay? But that's neither here nor there. Now, this is a beautiful bath. This is a beautiful abundance bath, baby. When I see abundance bath looking all murky like this, I'm like, oh, I'm about to come into $50,000 real easy. Like when it starts looking like this, I'm like, good to go, right? This is a good abundance bath. This is a good abundance bath, and now I have my candle to support it. So I'm activating the water element. I'm activating the fire element. I'm also activating the earth element because I wrote it down. Right? I've activated the wind, air element because I have, used my smoke medicine. Okay? Can it be done closer to the end of the month? Honey, you can do this whenever you want. You can do this the end of the month, the beginning of the month. I typically do something like this like every Sunday because I'm an energy healer and spiritual practitioner. And so I got to get into these baths as consistently as possible to make sure my own energy is balanced before I hold space for anyone else's energy. Right? But yes, you can do this whenever you want. All right? This bath, honey, is fixed. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. So if I wanted to, I can get into this bath right now. And it's ready to go. This candle is ready to go on my altar. Okay? Remember, I use the herbs from this abundance bath. You can add cinnamon to the candle. Yes, you can. But before you add it to the candle, you can actually add it to the powder here so that it's already part of the mixture. What cinnamon does to a candle is it makes your intention come in with love, to come in smoothly, to come in without harm. I always tell this story on how one time I needed $3,000 and I didn't know where I was going to get it from, but I needed it really quickly. And I needed $3,000 because I wanted to sign up for a yoga training in DC and it was $3,000. And I had known about candles, but I didn't know about cinnamon, right? And so I did most of this stuff, and I was like, I'm calling in my $3,000, right, to become a yoga teacher. And babes, I got into a car accident 2 weeks later in Silver Spring, Maryland. My car was like totaled, completely totaled, right? And my settlement amount was $3,000. And so I was talking to my healer, and he was like, did you put cinnamon on that candle? I was like, no, I just put all the money herbs, and I just did all. And he was like, that's why. You got into a car accident because you lit the candle, but you didn't put the sweetness on it. So when we add cinnamon to the candle, we put the sweetness that it's going to come in, but it's going to come in a non-threatening and non-harmful way. It's not going to come in a rolling as a misfortune, right? So I always remember that, and I tell my clients, make sure you just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on your candle so that it comes in a non-threatening, non-harmful way, in a way that you will be able to receive it, okay? So that's why we add cinnamon to the top of the candle in addition to our money herbs. But I think I have already added cinnamon here, and cinnamon is already in this bath. So if you're using this bath, you won't need to add cinnamon, but if not, then you will need to add cinnamon to it, okay? And I have a couple minutes to answer any questions. Don't be like me, y'all. I needed that $3,000, and I felt it though. I really felt like this money, I'm gonna get this money by like Friday. And I just didn't think that I'd be in a car accident, I got the money, but damn. But the settlement amount was $3,000, so you can't make this up. So I'm going to sit here, sitting pretty for like a couple minutes and answer any questions. You are welcome. Kenya, thank you for putting the rules down. I hope y'all got it. I hope y'all was taking notes. I'm going to try and save this live so that you can use it as an end of year cleanse, as a beginning of the year cleanse. You want to make sure you have everything you need. Do not do spiritual work if you don't have all your tools. That's another thing. If you don't have what you need, don't say, oh, I don't have my Palo Santo, I don't have my sage, I'm going to just do it out. No. You want to make sure you are respecting every element. So you respect it by making sure you have it, okay? You want to make sure you're using clean water. I like purified water or spring water, so I use that for my baths too. You want to make sure you have your herbs. At any given time, you should have a prosperity bath on deck. You should also have a roll opening bath and a love bath. Okay? You're going to be in one of my retreats. Let's go. I can't wait to meet you. Yes. You want more lives? Listen, I need to find time. That's what I've been manifesting for 2023. More time. So I'm going to say that in 2023, I'm going to have more time. And I'm going to be on for like 2 more minutes. If you have any questions or comments, thank you, Sonia. Love you, love you, love you. Y'all know what to do. If your bath ain't looking like this, I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay? You want to make sure your bath is looking like this. Okay? It should be looking green. If you're calling in money, money is green, babes. Hi, I miss you. I'm going to be in New York next weekend, so I hope I can see you then. I hope I can see you in New York when I come next week. Yes, you are welcome, Steph. You are absolutely welcome. Make sure you awaken the herbs and tell the herbs what you needed to do. Don't get into a bath if you haven't spoken to the herbs. You just taught me how to manifest the money. It's simple. I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep because my teachers taught me they were so open with this. I just don't gatekeep. Like, I live in so much abundance. I just don't have to gatekeep, right? So that's how you manifest money. Yes. Spray it around your home. When you take a loss, let's say like an unexpected charge comes up, that's a loss, right? To your bank account, honey, you want to get into a bath real quick, spray your house, spray outside of your house. You could drop a little bit of this mixture outside of your house, by the windows, anywhere that there's an opening in your house, you spraying your money mist. Like, no, I'm calling in, I'm replenishing. As money leaves, money's coming in. You're telling these herbs what you needed to do. You're telling your ancestors what you need. Work on that. Yes, I'm back. So, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to wrap this up. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. I'm going to try and save this live. And if I do, please send it to someone that you know that needs it. Yes, you tell the herbs what to do, right? Let me see if I can drop the link for this, because this is the abundance bath. You're literally using half this bath for this. And so again, you fill the tub up as much as you feel comfortable with, and you're going to pour this into the tub. All of the herbs come from here. It comes from this bath, okay? Everything is mixed and fixed already for you. You don't have to do anything but put your intention on it. And if you're getting a money candle, put your intention on it. I recommend doing it at the end of the year, beginning of the year. Don't go into the new year with old energy. Don't go into the new year with 2022 energy. Let it go. Even if it was a good year for you, let it go and create a blank slate that's filled with prosperity and abundance for 2023. It has been an absolute pleasure. My name is Asha. I'm the CEO and founder of Ingrace Yoga Therapy, which is a trauma-informed restorative health practice serving all over, but mostly serving New York City, serving Maryland and Georgia. Is sea salt prefix. Yes, everything's in it. Everything is in it. You don't have to add anything but your intentions. Okay? Serving Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, serving New York, serving all 5 boroughs in New York. I will be in New York next week, and I think I have one opening for a Reiki session. If you are interested, send me a DM. Big love. Enjoy your evening. Rewatch this. Take some notes. Make sure y'all get into a bath before the new year. I'm going to check in on y'all too and ask y'all my stories. Like, did y'all get into a bath? Make sure you get into a bath before the new year. Make sure this is a practice that you do throughout the year, okay? You are responsible for your own energy. No one else is responsible for your energy. You are responsible for your own abundance. No one else is responsible for your abundance. You are responsible for your own prosperity. No one else is responsible for your own prosperity. You are the one that's responsible for moving your life forward. No one else is responsible for moving your life forward. Your ancestors work with you, so they need you to do a little bit of work too. They work with you. They don't work for you. They work with you, okay? So you have to make sure you're doing what you can within your power to move your life forward. Your ancestors are always going to be there and support you, but they don't want you to forget about your own personal power. Your ancestors have power, but you have power in your wonderful, beautiful body. So don't just sit back waiting on your ancestors. You know, I always say, you waiting on God, God waiting on you. right? Make sure you do what you can do in this 3D reality to move your life forward. I'm sending y'all with so much love. Have a beautiful night, and we'll be in touch. Bye, y'all.